Hey, hi, hello, welcome back at another video of Soaring Commerce classes. My name is Sadiq M, lecturer in commerce. In this video, I'm going to be discussing about second PUC Economics Final Blueprint 2025-26. We already know that the PU board has been released a blueprint for all the subjects, including economics. After analyzing the blueprint which has been issued by the PU board, I have made the final blueprint. If you are going to be following this blueprint, means definitely you are going to be scoring 80 out of 80 in the economics. Okay, so we already know that the economics we will having like 11 units, 5 units from microeconomics and 6 units from macroeconomics. For scoring 80 out of 80, you need not to read all the 11 units. You just need to read only 6 units. If you are going to read these 6 units, means definitely you are going to be scoring 80 out of 80 in the economics. Okay, I have chosen the 6 units from the PU board's blueprint. The most weightage and the most expected chapters I have chosen from the PU blueprint is from 11. I have taken 6 units. Okay, I have taken like theory of consumer behavior, production and cost, national income accounting, money and banking, government budget, open economy. Okay, if you guys concentrate on these 6 units, means definitely you are going to be scoring 80 out of 80 marks. Okay, the theory of consumer behavior, number of marks they have been allotted for this chapter is 20. Okay, in the part A they are going to be asking 3 questions. In the part B they are going to be asking 1 question. In the part C they are going to be asking 1 question. In the part D they are going to be asking 1 question. In the part E they are going to be asking 1 question. Okay, so total 20 marks they are going to be rising from theory of consumer behavior. We already know that the part A is for the for 1 marks, part B is for the 2 marks, part C is for the 4 marks, and part D is for 6 marks, and part E is for the 5 marks. So look at here, in each and every part in this chapter, at least 1 question they have been raised. Okay, because this chapter is the weighted chapter in the economics. So you need to study all the part in this chapter. Okay, if you are going to be studying this chapter very well, means you are going to be scoring 20 marks easily. Okay, the second chapter which I have been taken is production and cost. The production and cost, number of marks they have been allotted is 10. Okay, the part A, in the part A they are going to be rising 2 questions. In the part B they are going to be rising 2 questions. In part C they are going to be rising 1 question. There is no question from part D and part E. Okay, so the total number of marks they have been allotted 10. So part A 2 questions, part B 2 questions, and part C 1 question. Okay, the next chapter which I have been taken is national income accounting. The national income accounting is consisting of 17 marks. Okay, in the part A they are going to be rising 2 questions. In the part B they are going to be rising 2 questions. There is no 4 marks question, and there will be 1 6 marks question and 1 5 marks question. Okay, so if you are going to be studying part A, part B, part D, part E, means you are going to be scoring 17 marks from national income accounting. The next unit you need to study is money and banking. So the money and banking is consist of 12 marks. In this, in the part A they have taken 2 questions. In the part B they are not going to be asking any sort of question. In the part C they are going to be asking 1 question, and in the part D they are going to be asking 1 question. There is no 5 marks question here in the part E. So you just need to read part A, part C, and part D from money and banking. If you are going to be studying this parts, means you are going to be scoring 12 out of 12 marks in money and banking. So the next chapter which have been taken is government budget. So the government budget chapter is consist of 9 marks. Okay, under that they have in the part A they have taken 1 question. In the part B they have taken 2 questions. In the part C they have taken 1 question. They have not taken any question from part D and part E, you just need to read part A one question they have taken, part B you need to read, and part C you need to read. You're not bothered about part D and part E. Okay, so total marks, the government budget is 9 marks. Okay, so the open economy allotted marks is 12. So in the part A, they are going to be raising 2 questions. In the part B, they are not going to be raising any sort of question. In the part C, they are going to be raising 1 question. In the part D, they are going to be raising 1 question. There is no question in the part E. Okay. So if you are going to be studying part A, part C, part D, it is enough to score 12 marks in the open economy. Okay. So if you are going to be studying these 6 units, means definitely you are going to be scoring 80 marks, 80 out of 80 marks. Remember, in the part A, you need to read all the 1 marks, all the questions from all the 11 units, because in the part A, they are going to be raising 1 marks question from each and every unit. Okay, apart from part B, part C, part D, part E, you need to read for 1 marks is from all the 11 units. So for part B, part C, part D is enough. You need to follow this blueprint, so it will be help for you guys to score marks. Okay, but remember, you need to read part A 1 mark question from all the 11 units. Okay, now look at here. So theory of consumer behavior 20 marks, production and cost 10 marks, national income accounting 17 marks, money and banking 12 marks, government budget 9 marks, open economy 12 marks. If you are going to be adding all these 6 units, means we're getting 80 marks. Okay, so in the part A, the theory of consumer behavior 3 questions, production and cost 2 questions, national income accounting 2 questions, money and banking 2 questions, government budget 1 questions, open economy 2 questions. If we add all this, means we will getting 12 question. So one question consists one question is for 1 marks. Okay, so if you are going to be reading all the 1 marks question from this 6 units, means you are getting 12 marks. Okay, so you need to read for another 8 marks from the remaining 6 units in the economics. Okay, so look at here, in the theory of consumer behavior, there will be 2 marks 1 question, and in production and cost 2 questions, national income accounting 2 questions, money, there is no money and banking, and government budget 2 questions, and open economy there is no there is not going to be asking any sort of question. You need to read only in theory of consumer behavior, production and cost, national income accounting, government budget. Okay, so if you are going to be reading this, means you are getting 14 marks. Okay, in the part B. Look at here, in the part C, the theory of consumer behavior 1 question, production and cost 1 question, there is no question in the national income accounting, no need to read, and money and banking 1 question for the 4 marks, government budget 1 question, open economy 1 question. If you are going to be reading all these 5 questions, means you are getting how many marks? 20 marks. Okay, look at here, in the part D, 6 marks question, the theory of consumer behavior, they are asking 1 question, there is no question in production and cost, national income accounting 1 question, money and banking 1 question, there is no question in government budget, they are going to be asking 1 question from open economy. If you are going to be reading all the 6 marks in this 6 units, means you are going to be scoring like 24 marks. Okay, in the part E, okay, in the part E 5 marks question, the project oriented question, they are going to be asking from theory of consumer behavior, national income accounting, and market equilibrium. From these 3 questions, you need to write 2 questions. So we got the 2 questions from these 6 units only. Okay, the 1 question for the project oriented is from the theory of consumer behavior and from national income accounting. If you are going to be answering these 2 questions, means you are getting 10 marks. Okay, look at here, in the part A, they are going to be asking 20 questions for 20 marks. Okay, 20 questions for 20 marks. So if you want to score 20 marks in the part A, means you need to read all the 11 units. Okay, all the 11 units. From this 6 units, you will get 12 marks in the part A. For the remaining 8 marks, you need to read from all the remaining 5 units. Okay, look at here. In the 2 marks, they are going to be asking 10 questions. You need to read how many, you need to write how many questions? 6 questions. Okay, 6 questions. Okay, if you are going to be writing 6 questions means 6 twos are 12. Okay, if you are going to be preparing these 6 units means you are going to be having a luxury of additional 2 marks. Okay, so you need to be read at least 6 questions from this. The blue shaded, you can keep an option. The theory of consumer behavior part 2, part B 2 marks question, you can keep an option means it is okay. But remaining production and cost, national income accounting, government budget, they are going to be asking at least two questions means that definitely 12 marks will be come. Okay, so 10 questions in the part B, you need to write how much? 6 marks. 6 twos are 12. Okay, if you are going to be preparing part B in this blueprint means you are preparing for writing 14 marks. Look at here in the part C. The total number of questions they are going to be rising in the examination is 9. You need to answer for how many questions? You need to answer for 5 questions. Okay, for the 6 marks they are going to be rising 5 questions. How many questions you need to write is 3 questions. Okay, again you can write from theory of consumer behavior, you can write from national income accounting, you can write from money and banking. You can keep an option in the open economy. If you prepare for theory of consumer behavior, national income accounting and money and banking, it is good. If you want to be learn the extra question from this blueprint means for the option you can prepare open economy. Okay, so for the project oriented questions they are going to be asking 3 questions, you need to answer 2 questions. So 1 question from theory of consumer behavior and you can learn from national income accounting 1 question. Okay, if you are going to be following this blueprint means definitely you are going to be scoring 80 out of 80 marks. Okay, how much? 80 out of 80 marks. So one thing you need to remember that you need to study part A. Okay, you need to study part A from all the chapters. You need to study part A questions from all the chapters. MCQs, fill up the blanks, match the following one word. You need to prepare all the 11 units for 1 marks. Okay, so part B, part C, part D, if you prepare from this blueprint mean it will definitely okay, it will be definitely okay to score 80 out of 80 marks in the annual examination. So I hope this video reach you guys. Okay, I am requesting all of you to follow this blueprint. Okay, and thank you for watching this video. Please do subscribe my video and share this video with your friends. If you are going to be sharing this video means definitely it will brings me more and more energy to make more and more video. Thank you one and all.